Just a quick video to show you how I managed to find and fit a bike rack to a Vauxhall Movano, which is the same as a Renault Master. That's the bike rack. It all comes like that, complete, built up in the box. I'll put a link where I got it from in the description. And there's what it's going to look like when it's finished, hopefully. And there's all the bits that came with it. We start off by taking off the two rails that have to fix to the van. There's a top rail and a bottom rail. Undo those. It's quite easy to do. These washers and things that fit round the tubing of the rack. If you know how to use a screwdriver, you can do this. So I undid those, took it off and fitted the first one, which is the top one, onto the back door of the van. In the box you get these clear stickers which you put on at the points where the brackets are going to meet the door and the paintwork of the van. You stick them on, wrap them around the edge just to protect the paintwork on the edges, in theory. I don't think it'll do too much, to be honest with you, but you're gluing it on as well, so you're never going to take it off really. So they get stuck on like that, fairly simple to do. So the next thing I did was dry fit. Just tried the top bracket. The right hand side is actually angled to the shape of the van, the bracket, so you've got to make sure you put that on the correct side. I just positioned it, make sure it was all going to fit where I wanted it to fit, and then it's a case of getting your silicone, or in my case I'm using Bond and Seal, which is a Worth product, Worth, the German company. It's called Bond and Seal. I prefer that to Sikaflex or any of the others that they suggest or recommend. So you put a few dabs of that on across the top bar, which is what I'm doing there. Put plenty on because it's actually gluing it to the van as well, so don't be shy with it. Then we take the bracket and offer it up to the van, get it in position, try not to get the silicone Bond and Seal all over your fingers like I did. I put the right hand side on first because I already had that set to where I wanted it to stay. It has a screw on each end with an Allen key fitting, so you can tighten it up from both ends. So I already had the right hand side where I wanted it to be, and I just started locking in the left hand side, which clamps it onto the door. And then the silicone gets a grip as well. It also has a strip of double-sided tape on the back of the bar, which I pulled off obviously before I offered the bracket up to the door. I just tightened up the right hand side, give it a couple of turns, make sure it was locked in. And then I offered the whole frame into position, into the top bracket, so I could line up the bottom bracket where that goes. And as you can see here, I'm just unscrewing the bottom bracket so I can remove it, and the same process for the bottom bracket as it is the top. So again, as before, plenty of Bond and Seal on the back of it, removed the tape for the double-sided tape, offered it up to where it was going in position on the van, and tightened up the Allen key bolts to lock it in position again. Fairly straightforward, just got to make sure it's in line. I did smudge it a bit and I got a bit of the Bond and Seal on the paintwork, but cleaned it off straight away. You've got to make sure you get the Bond and Seal or Sikaflex off straight away. So while it's still wet like that, give it a clean, get all the excess off. And there it was, all locked in position. And all I've got to do now is bolt the bottom bracket, or the frame back into the bottom bracket. I did have to use a hammer just to tap it in. It was quite a snug fit, the bolt. But I got a bolt through there with the washers, which can only go on one way. You can't get it wrong. The curved washers to the shape of the frame of the bike rack. It's all very well made, actually, very well put together. I'm very impressed with it. I'm glad I took the time and effort to search and find one that will do the job. I did contact Thule and I did contact FABBRI and asked them if they had a specific bike rack for the Renault Master or the Vauxhall Movano, which is the same van. And they both kind of said, well, this one might do and this one might do, but you just have to suck it and see. So I managed to find this one on, it was a German video actually on YouTube where he'd fitted it onto a Renault Master. And I messaged the guy and he gave me the link from where he bought it, and I imported it from the company that supplied him, which I will put a link in the description. It was 300 and odd quid, similar price to the Fiamma and the Thule, and it fits the shape of the doors on the van perfectly. So there it is with the bikes on, and there's what it looks like from the side. Very impressed.